Mentions. My name is Rachel, and I am your one of your hosts. What a beautiful Wednesday night here in the great state of MA, Massachusetts. We have a beautiful, cool evening. Hello, Pfeiffer. Hardly am dying of heat stroke at all. Really feels like fall is almost here, and dying of heat stroke is almost all the way behind us. What a lovely night it is. I'm really happy to be streaming tonight. We missed you guys last week. I was writing gothic horror erotica. I had a hard deadline and I had to get it done. I had to get it done. That is submitted now, and so now we can go back to the stream. This show is called Honorable Mentions with Rachel Andelman, and I have a co-host who will one day be on the promotional materials. Please give it up for our host, co-host, and our technical advisor, Adi Heller. Give it up for Adi.
Woo! Full marks, Rachel, for that intro.
I like to do a good job when I say, hey, it's Adi.
You brought the heat from minute 0 to now, the whole time. That was a tour de force.
Thank you. I hope that you feel welcome on your own show.
I still do. I'm getting really bothered by this swimsuit that's drying, that's in the background of my camera, so I'm going to move that. And I have a question for you. On these cool nights, do you have any windows open?
We do have windows open. There's a window open next to me, and I will probably close it at some point during the stream because I'm wearing a romper. It's sleeveless, very short pants on it. Some would call them shorts. I refuse to. But in any case, I'll be closing that window shortly.
Love the word romper. It's like a absolute top tier clothing. Romper. Romper.
It's one piece of clothes. It's like a dress, but it has like the intimations of pants. It's very short.
I'm like pants. That's what the romper says to you. It says, I'm like pants.
I'm like pants. Yeah, it's almost like a dress. It's almost like pants. It's just like the full package. If you like clothes that are exactly like one piece of clothing where you're like, I just need to put one thing on and then be done with putting clothing on because I'm lazy and or just sort of a chaotic person, and I don't like the journey of having to match things or make things work with each other, and also the whole like idea of like whether my belly button, whether my tummy will be covered, whether my shirt will reach my top of my pants. That gives me a lot of anxiety, which the romper totally circumvents. It totally avoids that whole question.
No, it's a whole pile of questions and anxieties that you can just throw out your currently open window.
Exactly, which again, I'll be closing shortly once I throw those anxieties away. Adi, is this show just us?
It's not just us. We've got two amazing guests. Extra honorable mentions to both of these fellows who we got on the schedule for last week before the, again, gothic, erotic, horror writing cancellation. And they came back the next Wednesday because they are solid humans. I made fake wrestling storylines with them for quite a while on this channel, and now we're here to talk tweets. It is the amazing latte art making Kevin Paquette and the multi-talented Red Sox shirt wearing Brion Rock.
What's up, y'all? Oh. You know, I've always known that I was eventually going to be canceled, and it's so nice that I got canceled by gothic horror erotica. Like, what a way to go out.
I'm very sad I missed it, to be honest. That's why I came back this week, because I would hope you would read from it.
Yeah, I can definitely read a portion of it tonight if you guys want me to. I don't want to read the whole thing because it is in the process of being submitted, but I think I can read a taste of it, just a flavor, so you get an idea of how sexy it is.
All right. Are we going to save that? Is this a tease?
It's a tease for a future moment of the show.
Exciting.
I'm excited.
Kevin, Brian, how are your internetings these days?
Not great, I don't think. Like I do sit in front of the Zoom, and I guess I work on a computer most of the time now. I'm no longer making latte art. But I really don't. I just don't.
Okay.
Stupid, scary, and I don't like it.
Love it.
You know, I was off social media for about like 2 years, and then I hopped back on like in August, and about 2 weeks ago I said, you know what? That's enough for me. And I hopped back off. And I currently have Facebook right now because I was setting up my fantasy football league. But, you know, once I get a couple friend requests through the whole shoot, I'll be off of that again. But you know, I'm pretty disconnected. It's pretty nice because I was a very online person to not be an online person anymore. Like when the Will Smith Chris Rock slap happened, like my friend called me and was just like in awe and shock and was like, "You'll never believe what just happened." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right, because I'm playing Fortnite right now." And like to see that play out, like not getting like not just aimlessly scrolling on Twitter already was like pretty wonderful. Like might be moving into a cave by the end of the year.
Wait. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock?
Yes.
The fuck? How?
And he hasn't stopped talking about it.
Jesus Christ. I haven't heard about that.
Does either of you know about what didn't happen between Harry Styles and Chris Pine in the last few days?
I saw him.
Okay. So I just want to say, white people problems are a thing that happen all the time. And sometimes they're not interesting, you know? This has been peak white people problems, and I am all about it. This has been one of the best promotions of a film I've seen probably in the past decade or so. Like, Hollywood is back, baby. Hollywood is back. And I have no idea what this movie is about, but you bet your ass I'm using my AMC pass to go see it.
Great plug for AMC Stubs.
I have seen the trailer for Don't Worry Darling probably 25 times because it's like one of like 3 movies Warner Brothers is putting into theaters this year. They're like let's get a girl one, let's get a boy one. The boy one's Black Adam, and like maybe like a front third one. And so it's just
and I think the other one's another DC. I think that's the Shazam.
Yeah. They could have just made Shazam and Black Adam one movie.
No, you got to give The Rock his own prequel movie.
I'm pretty sure The Rock demanded it. I don't think he wants to play second billing to Zachary Levi.
I think The Rock manifested it. The Rock just thought hard enough until everyone did what he wanted.
Yeah.
Well, Rock does beat Denim in Rock Paper Denim. So.
Yep. And Dwayne beats Zachary in a new game that I'm rolling out next year.
Can't wait.
It's
all of this is
Dwayne, Zachary, Chris.
All of this is just to say that I've seen the Don't Worry Darling trailer a lot. It's been before every single movie I've seen this year. I try to see a movie a week, so you can imagine. I basically have the trailer memorized by now. And it looks fine.
I think it looks pretty good. I have an AMC Stubs card, so I watch it at least once a week. And I just want to say I hope Harry Styles spits on me someday. Yeah.
I would say no, just because I don't want his fans to see me as competition for their deranged fanfic. I'd like to be excluded from that narrative. Guys, are you ready to see some tweets tonight?
Oh, I'm ready for some tweets.
Yeah, let's strap on the old tweet bag.
Cool. I'm gonna What a horrible way to put it, Indy.
You're welcome.
Real gross. Hate it. Yeah. We're going to go to my folder. We're going to go to my folder of tweets, also known as my Gmail. There's a lot of streamers out there, but I think I'm the only streamer that will just like let people look in my inbox just because I don't care about anything. So we're gonna look at some tweets today. This was my favorite tweet of the week. This has 240,000 likes, which I think is pretty good. And the tweet goes like this: Elan Kitterman Uhlendorf writes, apparently our dog has slowly cut a hole in our bedroom window, Shawstank style, while we are out, and has been letting herself out on the roof and just make sure she's back downstairs in her bed by the time we get home. Our only found out because our neighbor snapped this picture.
Oh.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's good
That's
stuff.
crazy.
Good dog.
Like good for them.
Yeah. I want to say there's no roof in Shawshank. It's easier, I'd say. You just got to go out through anyway. If you haven't seen Shawshank Redemption, it's a classic.
Well, yeah, it's a house, and that's a prison.
Yeah. But a house can be a prison. Your
For a
mind.
dog.
Yeah,
Really
especially
for
for a dog.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's legit. I saw that episode of Sandman with the cats.
I love this. Dogs are so cute is a nice quote tweet.
That's a deep thought. Dogs are so cute. That's right.
All of them?
The same dog jumped onto. Are all dogs cute?
Yeah.
Oh, so this dog is chaotic.
They've all been, in my experience, they've all been cute.
I do love this follow-up tweet. I once watched in horror on the pet camera as this same dog jumped onto the counter and grabbed a giant serrated bread knife.
Jesus Christ. Is that cute?
You think the dog?
You think that's cute?
I think the dog is cute. I think the dog's behavior varies, but the dog is cute.
That dog looks like a psychopath, but Brian was saying something, so I'm going to back off.
Yeah, I was saying, do you think the dog ever combines activities like they grab the knife and then they go onto the roof and they just just leer at the neighborhood with the knife in its mouth?
I think I saw something.
Like imagine a knife
America's
was in that
Funniest
mouth
Home
right
Pets.
there.
We got a Pawshank redemption in here.
Hey.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying the neighbor is a snitch, and the neighbor should get the.
That's why they're getting the knife.
Mm-hmm. I just love that dog. My dog used to. My dog was not an intelligent dog on the spectrum of dog intelligence. He used to stand on. He was a giant Irish setter, and he used to stand on top of his doghouse, which he was slightly too big for. So he would hold a position and be a little uncomfortable, and then gradually slide off.
Sounds Irish to me.
Yeah. So hats off to this dog. This dog picked activities it could succeed at.
I also like the Harry Houdini. I think it's another cute one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a dog owner, but I think I'd rather my dog make balcony time for itself than I don't know. What do dogs do? Eat pillows?
Yeah.
So
eat lasagna?
That's cats.
That's one cat.
See,
that's
I'm
one
not
cat.
a dog person. I just attributed a
What are some
dog's
weird
personality
things?
from one of the most famous cats.
Humping. Weird. Utter destruction is weird. And butt dragging? The weirdest. I mean, that is weird.
Butt dragging is pretty fucked.
Yeah,
No
the
respect
dogs
for
that
Mercury.
hump as a defensive mechanism are... I mean, that's just something cats don't do.
Butt dragging is something toddlers do and babies do. But we call it bum shuffling.
You ever play bum shuffleboard?
Bum shuffleboard when we push our toddlers across the shuffleboard. Yeah.
Leave a street.
You gotta really wax it up.
Also, sorry to reviewers, I didn't mean for a panty ad to pop up when I was looking at dog activities. So
Dog
that's not me.
activities.
Don't apologize for convincing them of a great product to go buy. Bum shuffle. Oh, that's not as great.
This seems fun.
Yeah, I really like bar shuffleboard. Butt Dragon.
I only ever played shuffleboard in Maine when my family would go on vacation to a trailer park up there. And they had the shuffleboard, and I don't know if I was playing it right, but it sure was fun.
Yeah, my summer camp has a shuffleboard for like when alumni week happens, and the shuffleboard is just like not used for the first 8 weeks of the summer, and then it gets used every night during alumni week for the guys that, you know, do that during their cruise ships.
Are you one of those?
I'm not a cruise ship kind of guy. I'm an all-inclusive resort kind of guy, and there's not shuffleboard at the resorts. I should bring that. I should open a shuffleboard resort. Just make billions of dollars.
Besides the obvious, what is the difference between an all-inclusive resort kind of guy and what did you say, like a boat kind of guy?
Cruise ship
Kind of guy? Like, what's the difference between them? Because I don't travel.
So the cruise ship, you're being brought from activity to activity. Oh, you're gonna do like horseback riding on this island and like sightseeing on this island and like snorkeling on this island. And you know, cruise ships have different levels of like how much you're gonna get. Like Disney does this thing where they put a monitor in your room that reflects what outside looks like because everyone can't have a window. But like in all-inclusive resorts, everyone gets a window, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't have to travel like island to island to do the activities because you're just going to get put on a bus to be brought like half an hour to the horseback riding one day, and the scuba is already there, like in the boat waiting, like on the resort. So I kind of like the all-inclusive versus the cruise ship because also the germ factor. Just a lot of germs just charting around on the open sea.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Shout out to MLav in the chat. She said fuck that dichotomy. She wants shuffleboard at the resort.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I was saying, I'm about to open a shuffleboard resort. We're about to make millions on the Caribbean. And, you know, like, let's go.
Yep.
Now, I've also never played shuffleboard. Is it just sort of like you're just pushing a disc and you're trying to hit a number?
Yeah, you want it to go into a spot that is points on the other side and stay in one of those spots, not fall off the was that a board, a lane? I don't know. Court. And then but the thing is it stays on there, so your next shots could accidentally knock it off.
Okay.
Yeah. Similar to what's curling, the very popular Winter Olympic sport, minus the ice and those massive discs.
Yeah. But still egalitarian like it. Like any level of athleticism could be just as good at shuffleboard.
Yeah, it's great for old people. Old people love shuffleboard. By old, I mean like near death.
Those walker arm motions are also pretty useful for like the shuffleboard. They're still right there, you know? The shoulder hinge muscles. So that's the old people like translation into so much shuffleboard. One day, the four of us are going to be playing some shuffleboard because those are the only muscles we're going to have that work.
You'll never catch me playing shuffleboard ever again.
Not after the incident.
Cornhole forever.
But yeah, if you're on the show right now or if you're watching the show, you're all invited to the shuffleboard court that I will eventually be installing in my backyard. Look for those invites in your mail. They should be coming up. Are you guys ready for our next tweet of the week?
Let's get it.
Yeah.
We're going to get it. Here we go. Here it comes. It's almost here.
I see that wheel.
The anticipation. Oh.
Ooh, this was posted by a super connector.
This one is very funny. This is by Samuel Otigba, and he writes, the most chaotic thread on Twitter right now, never leaving this app. Unlike Brian, he is staying on the app. This compilation of tweets has 220,000 likes, so you know it's good stuff. I read this thread earlier. I was having a ball. I hope you guys do too. Here we go. Let's get into it. First person from Baby. Guys don't want to admit they're taken or seeing someone, but promoting a random girl's lash or nail business on their socials. Okay, then. Let's get into it. FYN says, quote tweets Baby and says, so what? Baby says, so just admit that's your girl. FYN says, it's not. Baby says, then who is she to you? FYN says, a business owner. Baby says, why you never get your lashes done? Why you need a promoter for? Lots of question marks. FYN says, what, I can't support up and coming Black women's businesses? Baby says, who is she to you?
This is an improv game where you're not allowed to directly address what the other person said.
FYN says, an admirable entrepreneur. I feel like you were gaslighting me. Baby says, you are avoiding my question.
Got him.
Answer the question, sir.
I want the truth.
FYN says, I answered. She's an admirable entrepreneur trying to keep her head above waters in this cost of living crisis. Baby says, how do you know her?
Continues.
FYN says, through business. Baby says, have you slept with her before? FYN says, define slept. We all sleep.
Oh, shit.
Poor defense, FYN.
Baby says, have you and said girl ever had intercourse where you now need to show support or? And FYN says, of course we've had intercourse, and then he screenshots the definition of intercourse where it's noun, one, communication or dealings between individuals or groups.
Oh, man.
As in the sentence, everyday social intercourse.
Oh my God.
Part 2.
No way.
Baby!
Oh God.
Part 2. Baby says sexual. I can't believe we're still going. FYN says, if that's what you wanted to know, why didn't you ask that first? Baby says, so now answer? FYN says, can you reword the question?
Oh my
Baby
God.
says, are you being supportive because you've had a sexual experience with her? I'm waiting. FYN says, no, I'm being supportive because I support Black women, not because of sex. Baby says, because of the sex you both shared together? FYN says, no, because how will she pay her bills if her business doesn't thrive? Baby says, do you have feelings for her? FYN says, strength and guidance, all that I'm wishing for my friends. Baby says, she's more than a friend, just be honest. FYN says, she's a super friend. And then Baby says, LOL, and that's the exchange.
Wow.
Send that man to Guantanamo Bay.
Oh.
Like his inability to answer a question was just so masterful, but he's also a criminal. Like, that was incredible.
I, for one, agree with Baby. He don't get his nails done, so what the hell does he know her for?
Oh my God.
Or,
I mean, Kevin, I think that you need to support more Black businesses.
I think you're right, man.
Clearly, like FYN, he saw the Juneteenth love that all the white people are showing in June 2020, and now in June 2022, where are you now, Kevin? Questioning it.
Brian,
FYN
I want to say I hear what you're
profit.
saying.
I take back
but
what
when
I
are you
say
going to
about
open that
going to
resort, and then I can
Guantanamo
support
Bay.
more Black businesses?
I will go to Guantanamo Bay for FYN.
yeah, no, it sounds like Kevin isn't doing the work.
It's not that I'm not doing the work, it's that I can admit that I'm not doing enough work.
I think we can all agree that Kevin, specifically of the four of us, is not doing the work.
Yeah. And if you disagree with anything I say, my Venmo is right here in the account. Pay me $1.
Yes. Venmo the straight white man so he can learn how to do the work.
With every dollar you Venmo Kevin, he will use that money to buy some theory, and he's going to read some theory.
Thank you for your support. Listen to everything they said. They're correct. Just Venmo me, and it'll be great.
$1
each.
Yeah.
In America. Everyone in America.
That was fucking art. They both knew the assignment, and they just fucking they are masters of their craft, and they were just ready to work on that day.
Yeah, they were firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
They probably both had that pill from that movie Limitless.
It seems really likely, Kevin.
Yeah. Why is that ridiculous?
A fun fact is that Adi will always laugh at a joke if it's a joke about the movie Limitless.
Great movie.
We all love it when Bradley Cooper gets real smart.
But how do we feel about the TV show Limitless, based on the movie Limitless?
Unfamiliar.
I don't feel as jilted by losing it as I feel jilted by losing Snowpiercer.
Oh man, I only watched the first season of Snowpiercer, and it was very good, I thought. But the movie's better for sure.
Yeah, it's a bottle movie. Like it works better that way. But they did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before we move on, does anyone have any final parting words about? To me, this is one of the greatest exchanges I've seen on Twitter in a long time.
Thoroughly entertaining.
Like, I know I originally said that like FYN should go to Guantanamo Bay for like the obvious crimes that he's hiding, but like honestly, like FYN 2024, like this is the type of man that can deflect and politic his way into like anything he wants. Like he can, bomb a wedding or something, and then when he's asked about it, he'll like dissect it in a way that you think that you did it. Like that's a brilliant politician right there.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite moment in the whole thing, out of many favorite moments, is when amidst this shouting match, he just said, "Can you rephrase the question?" or whatever he said. "Can you say it with different words?" And she didn't miss a beat. She just did it. It was so fucking beautiful.
I'm glad I know that this is what intercourse really means. So
That's
I too can say I have intercourse.
That's also very surprising.
That's so beautiful.
Intercourse.
Yeah, intercourse is like the word affair, and that just means anything you want.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's also like when people say, "Oh yeah, that was a quality tweet," when it's like, actually, that word needs a modifier every time.
I know nothing about the English language, so I am going to step out of this conversation.
I mean, the cool thing about English is that it's a made-up language that like has 400 variations. So you can also just make up your own like version, like Kev English.
Like all just like languages made up, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, everything was made up at some point.
You got me there.
If you're wondering what I'm looking at right now, we have gone to FYN's SoundCloud. He's under Uncle K. He's from London, United Kingdom. And you can listen to all his tracks right here if you are into, it looks like house music, including Afrobeat Spring Mix 2022. If you enjoyed that exchange or intercourse he had, you can check out his music right here.
Situationship music. Yeah, that guy was definitely fucking the Nails girl.
Imagine that whole ordeal in a British accent. It's so much cooler.
Oh my god, there's definitely levels to that.
Sometimes we all just I can't even do the British accent. We all just want to support women in business, don't we? That was my British. Let's move on.
She's a super friend, mate.
She's a super friend, bruv.
The super friend. Brilliant.
Super mate.
Super
She's
mate.
a business owner, Gov. Come on, mate. What the fuck?
Of course I was having intercourse with her. Here's the definition of intercourse. Anyway, I'm moving on because we got a few tweets to read. Are you guys ready for the next tweet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This tweet is from Cootie Patootie, and it's Machine Girl Kelly, and the caption is everything just like this now? And it's a screenshot of an exchange I thought was very illuminatory of the present second. Ellen writes, I don't know which phenomenon is funnier, guys who refuse to wear shorts no matter how hot it is, or guys who only wear shorts even in freezing temperatures. In which case, they got this reply from Brian. Please consider that some people have ADHD, ASD, or other conditions which cause sensory issues. In my case, I don't like the way pants and socks feel, and I prefer shorts and sandals whenever possible. It's not a pride issue or a fashion issue for me. So the question is everything like this now? I will throw it to you all. How do you feel like everything is like this now, or do you feel like it's not?
Well, first things first.
Yes.
Brian's name is spelled wrong.
That's about
It's very good. It's very important.
I do think this like conversation is very funny to me because like it's like it's very like I don't know, like assumption. I don't know. I feel like people always feel like they're being left out, and I don't know. Sometimes it's very layered. I saw on TikTok the guy who was stuck on an elevator because he was a deaf man, and that like made me learn about how accessibility is more important. But the person who's just like dudes be wearing shorts in the winter is definitely not thinking about like excluding the person who has sensory issues. They're just like, yo, look at John Fetterman. Like, what a silly man running for Senate.
Wait,
and I just find it so funny.
Because he was
like,
deaf?
What do you say? Oh, yeah, there's this guy on the elevator, and like he's deaf and he was stuck, and the thing says like press the button and we'll talk to you.
Part.
Oh yeah, he was stuck, and so yeah, he couldn't sign with to the speaker. Yeah, but look at this man. This man's about to be senator in his Carhartt shorts.
Yeah. Jesus.
Good for him, I guess.
And his hoodie. It's sweatshirts and shorts.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good stretch, though.
It's a very, very dad energy.
Ugh.
I am still wearing shorts even on the cooler days right now. Yeah. I think it is a bit of a sensory thing, but also a fashion thing. Like I think I like the way I look in shorts better. I think, yeah, my short answer to the question is yes. I think everything is like this now. And this is key, it's on the internet. I think if it's in person, a lot of people will hold these things back still. Or will just like realize because of social cues that it's not really relevant or appropriate.
Yeah, like Twitter is real life, but conversations that happen on Twitter don't happen like that in real life. Like you'll see me during the heat wave. You would have seen me. I live down the street from my job, and during the heat wave, you would have seen me walking to work in sweatpants and a hoodie. And it's not a sensory issue. It's I have no body fat, and the AC is so intense at my job that I literally need to be warm against it. So I risk fainting in that 10-block walk, and then I get to work and I'm at the right temperature.
Yeah, I like to mix it up. So I think everything's not like that now, just most things, if you're an asshole.
As an aside, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, I think it's cool that the internet, one thing about the internet is that everyone has a voice. And I will compare this situation to Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake a couple years ago. It was like, oh, where were these issues when it happened? And it was like, oh, these issues did exist. It was just that like no black women were like writing for these publications. And so like, yes, the whole like dudes be wearing shorts thing is something I've heard my entire life because I've been a dude wearing shorts. But I've probably never considered like, you know, the sensory thing, because sensory thing is something I wasn't aware of until a few years ago because of the internet. So there's good and bad of it, because the good of it is like I get to learn about these things. But then the bad of it is someone just being like, dudes be wearing shorts is like suddenly just like, hey, can you consider like a very small, like, and not to discredit the small, but like a very small population that is not doing this because they're dudes wearing shorts.
Right. Your general observation didn't consider the sample size of me. How did you not consider me a person you have never met? And had I not noticed this on my feed, you never would have met.
I do like this idea. I do like this idea of like trying to frame the joke, acknowledging the sensory issues, but like imagine this joke where it's like, I don't know which phenomenon is funnier: guys who refuse to wear shorts no matter how hot it is, or guys who only wear shorts even in freezing temperatures due to sensory issues and other conditions. Like, would that be better?
Oh, Worst of Tim's says your silence on socks speaks volumes. We have not weighed in on socks.
We haven't even begun to speak on socks.
The silence on
canceled
socks
over sensory issues would be way wilder than getting canceled over Gothic medieval literature.
Yeah. I do like find myself writing jokes where I'm just like, I need to. Sometimes I'm like tempted to write, you know, sensory issues aside, comma, I think it's funny when this happens. You're like, let me get ahead of the hypothetical person in my mentions who's going to be mad at me. And I don't know if that makes the joke stronger or if it just makes it wordier, but it does make it different, and it does make it feel like a creature of the internet.
Yeah,
like
the internet.
For the internet.
I think there's like people like, I don't know, it's like a like almost like wanting to feel targeted, or like accidentally like, am I getting attacked here? And it's a very interesting phenomenon, because the way I see it and the way I've learned to see it, because this isn't something I've always felt, but and maybe like taking a step back from the internet has helped this, but it's like, if it doesn't apply to me, then like it's fine. Like if like, say like you were to make a joke and be like, oh, like men like men do this, and like it's like a joke about like how men suck, but like I wouldn't be like, excuse me, ma'am, I don't think that this applies to me, because like it doesn't, and I can just be like, oh, LOL, like other guys did that, like that's a weird thing. And like you should be okay like being able to laugh at yourself, even if like I don't know. It wasn't a target. Like, if you're wearing your shirt because of sensory issues, like, so be it. Like, wear some dope shorts. Just don't wear cutoff jeans. It's not 2015 anymore.
Hey, how about you?
Kevin.
Stop coming for my cutoff jeans that I always carry with me right here.
I do like
it matches my cutoff jean vest.
You're like, I have sensory I have sensory issues, which means that all my clothes have to be the cutoff versions of themselves.
I'm gonna wear these the rest of the show.
I have sensory issues, so I only wear those Green Man suits.
I have sensory issues, so everyone shut the fuck up. I do like this reply. No, because why did this girl I work with say she doesn't like wearing shirts with collars to work? And our TikTok pill coworker goes, "You might be autistic?" Like, can you imagine someone just saying that to you?
Okay, so I take back what I say about internet conversations not being real conversations, because, jeez.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take these off.
I do wonder though, to some extent, if talking that way in person is somewhat generational, and people who grew up on Twitter and grew up on the internet talk like that in person because that's just how they were socialized, and we don't, just because of habits.
I think my grandmother used to talk like that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, she said a lot of weird, uncolorful things, and now she's dead. Okay.
So you're suggesting it goes in cycles,
for sure.
It's like the global climate. It's just on cycles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or if you couldn't afford a computer growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we were Zoomers, we would say that your grandmother is dead AF.
Yeah. It's been 6 years, so she is dead AF. Rest in peace, Nana Pat. Hope my mom's not watching.
Yeah, she's got zero life.
Yeah. Well, there's still a little bit, but it's in here.
Oh, well, that's deep.
Yeah, thanks.
We should make a TikTok dance for your grandma.
All right.
Wipe the tear, bury the grave, wave to heaven.
That's kind of how she danced, actually, now that you mention it. I think you've seen my Nana Pat dance. I don't want to get into that, but
wait. Are we skipping what you just showed us?
Wait, what happened?
Fine.
Is it more panties?
No, it's okay if we. I
was debating this because it's interesting. It's a funny idea, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. Would have been better if it was hashtag FYN.
Oh.
Yeah.
Our hero.
So I just wanted to briefly touch on circles. Twitter circles have been introduced this week on Twitter, and I haven't used circles yet, but it's my impression that they're basically sort of like just lists of people who will be the only people who can see your tweets. It's kind of like the friends only option on Facebook when you're posting. But I don't think you get to see who's in the circle with you. So it led to this very funny example where someone wrote, got my D sucked and I was thinking about you, with the reply, please tell me someone else can see this.
Yeah, that's a whole story.
So yeah, I don't know if there's too much to say about it. I just thought it was fun.
I think it's a good idea to send to multiple people though, just in case it doesn't work the first time. Like someone's like, "Oh man, that's so sweet," and then eventually it'll work for you.
I mean, I remember
mine every night.
Yeah, I remember Instagram circles being a pretty hotbed for casting thirst traps out. I don't know if what we just witnessed was the way to go about that, because holy crap, I'd be so shocked.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like the ethics of the fact that we can see this screenshot at all.
Yeah.
Someone wrote, folks have ops in their Twitter circles because why are we seeing this?
Yeah, just because you
we
posted in a
definitely-
Twitter circle.
There's definitely an ethics conversation to be had about the Twitter circle, because it's like on one side, he could have DM'd him that if he was the only person in the Twitter circle. But if he wasn't, I don't know. I didn't do so well in ethics in college, so I'm not going to be the one to lead this conversation, but I'm just throwing it out there that there could be an ethical conversation about the Twitter circle screenshot.
I think the complicated thing is that the recipient is not opting in to being in that circle, right? Like, you know, like they haven't agreed to the confidentiality that the sender is expecting.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's probably still kosher. Like there are certain like imagine if it was a boss sending stuff through circles that violated an HR agreement, right? Like, or, you know, an HR policy. Like that would be very free game for the person to share, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did want to. This did remind me of this other thread that I saw the other day, which I forgot to put on my list of tweets, but I'm bringing it up now because it's another one of those like this website is free moments. This was very funny. This happened. I think this happened like today or yesterday, and it's from Cole Later, and he says, "Say what you will about this website." Kate Martin says, speaking of the Don't Worry Darling drama, Olivia Wilde's mom ran for Congress in 2018 and accused her opponent of being a devotee of Bigfoot erotica. If that's a morsel of information that will be of interest to your Don't Worry Darling group chat. Then replied, in all fairness, he was a fan of Bigfoot erotica, at which point the candidate himself enters the chat and says, "No, I wasn't. Don't be an idiot."
Incredible.
Damn.
Where was campaign manager FYN to step in? That's all I want to know.
What's wrong with Bigfoot
Don't
erotica?
be an idiot.
There's nothing wrong with Bigfoot erotica. My assumption that this guy kind of like sucks, that he's kind of like right wing, and so he can't be a fan of anything fun or interesting.
Right. And his name is Denver Riggleman? Yeah, that's his real name.
Whew. Sounds like he does Bigfoot porn.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
yeah, that's totally a porn name.
Yeah.
Riggleman.
Denver Riggleman.
Here's the only reason I don't think he does Bigfoot porn, because I don't think Bigfoot porn has a lot of wriggle energy to me. Bigfoot porn has more of a pound energy to me. I think he maybe likes monkey porn.
Oh, interesting. Should I Google Denver Riggleman monkey porn?
Mm-hmm.
I will never encourage or discourage any particular Google searches. Those are between you and your God. I'm not here to steer you one way or the other. I just thought this was a fun thing to bring up because it's a fun thing that is true and that happened.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, here we are.
Why?
This currently has 400,000 likes, so halfway through 1 million people have liked this clip.
That's awesome.
That's
the
great.
way it just sits there in his lap.
Yeah.
And like the idea that Harry can just like Cario goat like that easy. Oh, I love it.
So
That is
good.
awesome.
I love how quickly it got made. I feel like this came out about like no more than 10 hours after the initial video occurred on the internet. Someone had already made this goat edit, which is very, I think, ingenious.
It's so good.
So good.
I think this is what
so
actually
good.
It's somehow it's a video of Harry Styles throwing a goat on Chris Pine that is understated.
Like Harry doesn't even notice the goat, and he brought it.
And like
it's a video of Harry Styles throwing a goat on Chris Pine that doesn't announce itself.
Yeah. Then he looks at him like, "Oh, did I throw my goat on you?"
Yeah, and like the way Harry sits after throwing the goat is probably my favorite part of the video. Just so like, yeah, I did that. Like, here's your fucking goat. Like, oh, so good. Well done to this person that edited it.
I really like how Olivia looks at Chris Pine while Chris Pine looks at the goat. She's kind of like, let me guess, you have a goat on you?
Yeah. So here's the scenario. So Harry Styles and Chris Pine are roommates, and they normally keep the paper towels in a central location. Harry brought it to his room the other day for cleaning, and Chris has been nagging him to bring the paper towels back, and he keeps saying, I'll get to it. And like 15 seconds ago, Chris said, bring the fucking paper towels. And Harry brought them down and threw them on him and sat down.
Oh my God,
I don't understand why he throws a goat on him and then he spits on him. That's just adding insult to injury.
I think his plan was that the goat would spit on him, but the goat failed to do so, and then he took it upon himself to finish the job.
Goats are famously dry.
The driest of the meadow animals.
Yeah, that's why Tom Brady is the goat. He has very dry skin.
Notorious. He went to Florida to get less dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Other things I love about this, I love the tiny orb that Olivia Wilde has by her dress. Purely, obviously involved in some sort of magic, possibly involving the goat. I just also love that no one's ever talked about Harry's insanely long collar, which I find absolutely mesmerizing. I don't even know how you put that onto yourself. It looks like you could stab yourself while putting on your own clothes, which I'm always a fan of. I think clothes should kill you if you're not good at putting them on.
Fashion should have more risk.
Yeah. And I also just love how Chris Pine's feet are backwards.
I like how the goat hits Olivia's dress and it doesn't even move.
I love how it's cold out and Chris Pine's still wearing shorts.
Those aren't
sensory issues.
Those are capris.
I know.
Which I always wear. I would.
If you had them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I only have these sweatpants.
Don't sweat it.
And these cutoffs.
Get the best blowjob. Okay.
That Photoshop is awesome.
That's amazing. Who tweeted this? Who made this?
So I have no idea if this guy made it. I just know that he has hashtag Harry in his bio, and possibly, and also Harry in his avatar.
I think Harry made it.
You think Harry Styles made?
I think that is the only option.
He's like, let's get after this spitting story.
What the fuck is
it? Wasn't a spit. Man, floppy clothes. Floppy big collars.
That's why it has so much sex appeal.
Yeah. So yeah, there's it's unclear who made the original video. I would like to know, because I like to give credit to artists and creators where it's due. But once it's this one has the goat neigh, which I like. This is just from celebrity.
Applause.
Yeah, this is just from celebrity TikTok, which doesn't mean anything. like I feel like once it's online, people just copy it, and then it's really hard to find the source. So I'll be looking for that source myself. I hope to find it. But yeah, this guy just posts Harry Styles clips. That's all he does.
Sure, good for you. I mean, that's a strong lane.
Also, apparently he's into Zayn as well. I didn't know you were allowed to be into both.
I don't think you are. I think we should report this account.
All right.
Yeah. That both side stuff is dangerous.
Yeah, he's a One Direction centrist.
Centrist.
Oh my God, he's a deplorable.
He don't know he's deplorable. That's the only song I know.
That's what makes you deplorable.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was good. We
nailed
that.
Old song. Thank you.
It's really old. It's like 15 years or some shit.
I know it's old because they parodied that song on Inside Amy Schumer, which has not been on the air for a very long time. Also, now I've completely lost my place. This happens every show. Don't worry. Don't panic.
You're like the British government, calming me down.
This is another video I found was very charming. Has anyone seen this yet?
I don't believe I have.
No.
Okay,
have.
You have?
Yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna play it now. I find this very charming. I find both people in the video charming. I'm not here to make fun of either of them. I was charmed by this video, and now you will be charmed too. Hopefully, let's go.
If you could be a girl for a day, what's the first thing you do? Oh shit. Fuck. I don't know. I don't want to sound like. No, you're good. Whatever. Say whatever. Fuck Drake. You fuck Drake? Yeah. Oh shit. All right. If you could be a girl.
What the fuck just happened?
He likes Drake, and he wants to be intimate with Drake, and if he was a girl, that dream could be fulfilled. And I just think that's really sweet.
That would be his top priority.
But not fuck Drake. I'm a Jimmy Brooks guy, but not really a Drake guy, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Hipster.
Nope, we're not going to kink shame. I mean, before or after the shooting. No, we're not kink shaming here.
Can we keep that looping without sound?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Welcome.
The look of abject horror on his face, because he knew what he was going to say pretty instantly.
Oh my God! Yeah. Ah! He just had to swallow it. He had to swallow the thought 2 or 3 times before he could regurgitate it.
He seems a little old for Drake.
Oh.
I'm captivated also by his hat.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Is it Adidas? No. Hold on. No. It kind of looks like almost maybe a Mighty Ducks.
To me, it looks like, generously put, I'll call it a hot dog, but it could be a dick going through a triangle on wheels.
Drake's dick just crushing him.
Drake's hot dog.
It looks a little to me like the bad guy from Gravity Falls.
Okay.
But I'm unclear.
Look at that.
I just think this is like I don't know. There's something really sweet about this video. Like,
I'm with you.
There's just I'm very sympathetic to people who have unrequited crushes or who love people who know will never return those feelings. And this guy's like, I have this feeling about Drake, but I know that I could only be with him if I was a girl. And so I feel like he's known that for a long time. And so when that's why when he's asked, he knows immediately what he needs to say in order to be truthful. And I just really love that he like pushes through that initial discomfort. And look how happy he is when he admits it. I just think that's really, there's a lot going on here, and I just really enjoy all of it.
Honestly, I'm sold. I am sold on your read, and I now think it's very sweet.
I can't disagree with that.
Thank you. What do you think, Kevin?
Oh, I agree now. Yeah.
Great.
Like the way you put it, very sweet. Now that I see his body language without the sound, I'm like, yeah, what a nice kid. He's just putting his feelings out there, and we've all been that kid.
Yeah.
I also want to also give a shout out to the guy asking the question, because he understands he reads the person, he reads the discomfort, and he's just like, you're fine, you're safe, you can say it to me.
This is a safe space. Yeah.
Is this a college student?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know how old people are.
Oh, imagine so backpack.
All right. You can be a girl for
baby face.
Maybe this is move-in day. Like, what a relief it must have been to get this off his chest.
Do we think Drake is
very calm chowder? Do we think Drake will ever respond to this?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. But Drake will see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake has seen this. It was probably uncomfortable for Drake.
Drake could stand to be a little uncomfortable. I feel like Drake has it pretty easy.
If you listen to his songs, he does not think he has a pretty easy life.
I'm enthralled by the title of this tweet.
Our next tweet is in 1400, the dog of a murdered man dueled a man it accused of being the murderer. I just thought this was a really fun excerpt. It has 40,000 likes. Let's dig in. In France, a splendid duel was fought in 1400 between a suspected murderer and his accuser, a dog. The Chevalier Macaire killed Aubry de Montdidier in the forest of Bondy near Paris and buried the body. The only witness was Montdidier's greyhound. The dog went back to town to a friend of his master's and led the friend to the spot where he whined and scratched the ground. The body was recovered and reburied, and the greyhound moved in with the friend. Shortly thereafter, it met up with Macaire and attacked him viciously. 3 men had to pull it off him. The dog was an otherwise gentle and amiable sort, but it kept on flying at Macaire whenever it saw him. This was reported to the king, who decided it was definitely an accusation and arranged for the single combat trial. The fight took place on the Isle of Notre Dame in Paris. Macaire with a lance, the greyhound with its natural weapons. The dog sprang on the man with an amazing ferocity and clamped its teeth around his throat and could not be shaken off. Macaire screamed that he'd confess if they'd pull off the dog. This, in contemporary eyes, proved the justice of combat trials pretty conclusively, and Macaire was hanged and strangled on the gibbet at Montfaucon.
How is this not a movie?
This is the best argument for monarchy as a form of government that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
someone could just look at that situation and say, "Yep, we're listening to the dog." Also, this should be a movie.
It's shocking that we have so many dog movies. I believe there's a movie called Dog that's somehow not about this.
Air Bud Golden Accuser.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that I'm not a dog person, but this being a dog movie would make me a dog person in a second. This was nuts.
That's so cool.
It's amazing, honestly. That dog is the goat.
But not the dead goat that's currently collapsed near Chris Pine's feet.
More of a Tom Brady goat than a Chris Pine goat.
Yeah.
A very good boy.
Very good boy.
A lot of good boys.
How have they not taught us this in history class?
There's a lot they haven't taught us in history class. I would argue this is one of the most important lessons currently skipped over in public schools.
Yeah. I would say it's because history is written by the victors and dogs don't know how to write.
Do you think they teach this in law school?
Huh? Say?
Do you think they teach this in law school?
Probably French law school.
Yeah.
At least like an anecdote. Like if I was a French law school professor, this would be a day one anecdote.
Yeah. They still believe in dogs there. Oh.
Lauren Shaheen Jr. writes, I can only hope my pooch will be this loyal and ruthless, but the odds are not in my favor.
They are not, Lawrence.
Yeah, I just think that's a great story. Go check it out at Riley Stern's Twitter if you have one. If you want to go check that out for yourself.
Quick thing. Oh, sorry. I'm rethinking it. Not a movie. I want a Broadway musical.
Oh.
We both reached for the woof.
Yes, Ansel, always getting my back. You are the best.
And for our final tweet of the week, we did some dog stuff. Now we're doing a cat thing. Introducing Papa, one of the most popular stray cats living in the Palace Museum in Beijing. Our feline friend is easily recognizable for its plump but agile orange-colored body. Make sure you say hello when you visit the Forbidden City. Let's take a look at Papa, the most popular stray cat living in the Palace Museum.
The most Papa Euler.
What a strange choice of music.
It's amazing.
That's like orange fluff ball. I love it.
Yeah. Little orange Wilford Brimley.
Huh. Yeah.
Ansel, to my knowledge, this cat is totally unphotoshopped. It's just that orange.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that beautiful. Cat is a beauty. That cat is a straight up beauty.
Yeah, they take care of the museum, or her, or they.
And Papa, can we go he for Papa?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Papa? I missed that because I do not pay attention.
What? I would say that this I would say this cat belongs in a museum, but he's already in one because he lives in the Palace Museum in Beijing.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not a bad. Those aren't bad things.
That cat is living a good stray life.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen a cat this orange?
Only cartoons.
I've seen drawn cats like this that like a kid drew with the orange marker.
Maybe Papa got into some radioactive waste out there in the big bad city.
That'd be worrisome.
This is what happened. Well, it would be, but they didn't tell us that. It's just cute for now. We don't know the backstory of Papa. Littered with demons.
That's the final tweet of the week, you guys. Thanks for staying on there. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Rachel, do you remember the segment that I said I wanted to debut this week?
Yes.
You're on board, right?
I'm totally on board.
All right, good. I'm just keeping an eye on time. Should we just do it? I think we have to now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right, Ansel. This is not at the expense of my other segment. This is an additional D segment that we're going to try out tonight. This is deep diving analysis on a small child's drawing. One of my children's drawing. So, if you'll bear with me for a moment. Here we go. This is something Sydney produced the other day. Yeah, which I was quite taken with. So I guess before I go into what I want to explain about this picture, just maybe we do, just a quick temperature check, everyone's initial impressions.
It kind of looks like somebody is upside down and they're just like tilted over. Maybe their face is in a bucket. Their hair is everywhere. It seems very confused and stressed. And, but, it's very relatable for sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like this. I thought I saw a bug at first, but I'm not sure if I'm looking at two trees on either end with like the brown stems and the green on top. And like she's making like a very rugged terrain. But I definitely like love this.
Thank you. I love this too. Rachel.
Yeah, I see a couple of things it could be. It could be an elephant. It could be like a bubbling stream in the woods. In which case it might be upside down, because the pink feels like a string to me. But in whatever it happens to be, I think it's well done. Like, I like the play of color and the dynamism.
It's dynamic.
It's dynamic. I've never said the noun version of that word out loud, and now I realize I don't know how to.
I think it's dynamism. I think dynamism.
Dynamism?
Which isn't a good word, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. But it has that.
All right. So do you want to know, because this one thing that I immediately knew as she was doing this was she had something specific in mind. And so she literally walked me through every single color on this picture and what each thing represents. Would you like to know?
Yes.
You would like to know. Okay. So, so the other day, I think Thursday, Thursday, a Cooper hawk flew through the screen window of my parents' porch and got stuck in it. And my dad took some photos of it that we had looked at Thursday night. And then this was on Saturday, after not discussing that story once again. It was amazing. It's crazy that this thing happened. So the rest of the story is that the bird stayed stuck for a little while and then kind of got itself out, but was stuck inside the porch, so it couldn't get through the hole, and so it was on the floor. And then it got finally back up to the hole in the screen and got its way out and flew back into the woods. Cooper hawk seems fine, which is great. So this picture is that story. The pink is the major parts of the body of the Cooper hawk. The purple is its wings and tail, and I guess a little patch on its head. The gray is I forget. So the black is screens from the screen window. The yellow sun in the corner is the yellow sun. The brown is the table in their back porch. The blue is walls. And now I will take your guesses. I've told you everything relevant that happened in the story that was real. What do you think the two green things are? Any guess? Literally anything you say it could be
just
right.
Bits of green that flew out of the hawk.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, bird poop.
Bird poop. Nice choice.
An aura?
I think Rachel got closest. The green, so the green on the left side of the screen is a female scuba diver, and the green on the right side of the screen is a male scuba diver.
Oh, makes more sense now.
Yeah, it really ties it together.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm both taken with what I think is real beauty and a real aesthetic intuition that she has, and the fact that 3.5-year-olds like scuba divers, so they put them in their otherwise literal drawing.
I love that. Shows real vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's a good one. She's a good egg. But so I was pretty blown away by this picture, so I wanted to share it with the world. Because that's how I'm going to gain immortality. All right, so I'll stop sharing that one, and I will go back to our regularly scheduled dynamism of a segment, the parenting meme corner. And we've got that one queued up right here. And this one I literally simmered on for a day before making it. You just got to keep that thing. Just don't let it get empty. Just don't do that.
For sure.
So otherwise, you've got a very unhinged about 3 minutes until the thing gets filled up. However long it takes until you get that thing filled up. Yeah. Not going to go well for anybody.
I became very free as a babysitter when I learned that, like, making sure that the bottle always had something in it was like a key to just. I mean, those kids have those sensory issues, and they love having a water bottle in their mouth. Mm-hmm. And good for them. And the water they like drinking, because I don't like kids going crazy.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Like, I love it when kids go crazy, so I'm constantly stealing their sippy cups.
And then opening them, dumping them out in front of them, screwing it back on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's a power move. It's a real power move.
Yeah, it makes me feel good.
Yeah. Yeah, I was I saw this meme template for something totally unrelated and was like, that could describe like how things hold everything together for my kids so much of the time. And I just needed to figure out what the right one was. But it's like, it's just like thing the kid wants is holding together their grip on reality. They just have a hard time not getting what they want. It's fair. It's honestly fair. Like, we are just used to it, and so we've lowered our expectations. All right. Well, that's all I've got on Parenting Meme Corner.
Adi, thank you so much for the memes. Every week I feel like they get stronger, and I'm so excited for when your kids are at the cusp of adulthood and you make a meme so strong that it heals the whole world.
The hashtag FYK of memes someday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Guys, this has been the show. I'll read one sentence from the goth horror novel.
Yes!
And then it'll be the end of the show.
Let's go.
Cool. So my second paragraph, first sentence, it was in the following manner that I found out my fate. That's all you get.
That is so sexy.
I am so rock hard right now.
I gotta give you just a taste, because we're not that kind of channel. We're gonna log off so we can all do what we need to do with ourselves, having heard that one sexy sentence. Again, if you aren't in the mood yet, let me repeat it just one more time. It was in the following manner that I found out my fate. Cool. Now that everyone's heard it twice, I think we're all ready to sign off. Guys, thank you, Brion and Kevin. Give them a round.
Yes. Thanks for having us.
Are there anything you'd like? Are there any shows you'd like to plug for us?
Yeah, go see Bad Jews 8th, 9th, and 10th this weekend. Last weekend, at the Rockwell in Davis Square. Go see Tilda at On Point Improv on Sunday. Watch all of QAW if you haven't yet. And Venmo me, because sometimes my work doesn't pay me on time and I need pizza.
The work doesn't pay you.
The work doesn't pay you.
On
because the work doesn't pay.
Yeah, that's right.
Brian,
I'm going to be in a show next month in October at the Strand Theater in Boston called We Move in Color, Thursday, October 6th. So come see me dance.
Yeah,
because
dance.
I'm not a dancer, but I will be up there dancing.
Thursday, October 6th?
Thursday, October 6th.
Wow.
Be in Boston, you know?
That is very exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Hype. You and my dad will be in town.
And I guess you can also watch the new season of Survivor, which is coming soon.
Yeah.
And then if you do it, you can talk with Brian and me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so everyone pay Kevin on Venmo. I just did myself. To catch Kevin at the Rockwell, catch Brian at the Strand. The Strand. Kevin, catch a D on CBS this fall. Guys, I've been Rachel. This has been Honorable Mentions. We're here every Wednesday at 9:30, except when I have Gothic Smut to write. But most of the time, we're here on the channel every week. So good night, good luck, and good posting.